the death of God. It is a phrase that has echoed through philosophy, literature, and culture. It is not just about belief or disbelief. It is about what happens when the idea of God fades, when faith is questioned, when meaning seems to dissolve. It is about a shift in human consciousness, a breaking away from the certainty of divine order into the vast, uncertain expanse of the unknown. For some, the death of God is a moment of despair. Without Him, or without the idea of Him, where do we turn for purpose? If there is no higher power, no grand design, does anything truly matter? Nietzsche famously declared, "God is dead," but his words were not a victory cry, they were a warning. If we remove God from our understanding of the world, what takes His place? Where do we anchor our morality, our hope, our sense of right and wrong? Do we replace divine command with human reason, or do we drift into nihilism, where nothing has meaning beyond what we create for ourselves? And yet for others, the death of God is not an end, but a transformation. It is the loss of an old way of seeing, making space for something new. Perhaps it is a call to seek meaning not in rigid doctrines, but in the depths of human experience. Perhaps it is the realization that what we thought was God was too small, too limited, too much a reflection of our own desires and fears. Sometimes what dies is not God Himself, but our perception of Him, our inherited beliefs, our assumptions about the universe, our reliance on an external source of meaning. There is a kind of faith, or perhaps a kind of courage, that survives even this death. A willingness to embrace the mystery of existence without the need for certainty. A search for truth, not in ancient scriptures or sacred rituals, but in the raw reality of life itself. Maybe God is not dead, but our perception of Him needed to be broken so that something truer could emerge. Or maybe there is no God at all, and yet meaning still exists, waiting to be discovered in the connections we make, the love we share, the stories we tell ourselves to navigate this strange, fleeting existence. So we ask ourselves, what do we do in the silence? When the structures of belief collapse, when the old answers no longer satisfy, when we struggle to find meaning, do we walk away, or do we search deeper? Do we listen more closely, not to the voices of prophets, but to the voice within? Do we allow ourselves to be remade, not by faith, but by understanding, by curiosity, by the endless pursuit of knowledge and wonder? Perhaps the death of God is not the loss of something, but the invitation to find meaning in a way we never have before. Not handed down from above, but created through our own exploration of what it means to be human.